Hello to all my nerds, blurs, and everyone in between. Hi, I'm your host, Rochi-san. Let's talk about some anime, shall we? Today, I'll talk about current anime that I'm watching. Let's begin with Classroom of the Elite Season 3. This is the continuation of the bottom ranked class of high schoolers rise to the top of the school's classes. High schoolers get a taste of the real world, scenarios and special tests that put student against student and class against class. To graduate from this school means the ultimate success in life. Now we have campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. Imagine being sent to another and tasked with defeating the Demon Lord. Your comrades have amazing skills like fire and ice and lightning, but you get the skill of online marketplace. Luckily, this useless skill in battle lets you be exempt from fighting the Demon Lord. So you decide to have a nice, peaceful life and take up campfire cooking. Definitely watch the show for the amazing cuisine that the main character can make. Next we have Bushigiri. It's spelled Bucchigiri. When a girl-obsessed guy transfers to a delinquent school, his life changes for the worse. Whether it's the gangs, or the childhood friend, or even manipulative women, or especially a genie. Expect shenanigans and chaos. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. So, an orphan girl inherits an abandoned house, only for her to find out it is inhabited by supernatural creatures called Ayakashi. The three most powerful of them appear to be human, but they're a lot more than that. Next up is Tales of the Wedding Rings. This is a boy meets girl romance on a whole nother level. The boy follows the girl to another world and ends up marrying her. It ends up taking on her ring, which makes him the Ring of Prince. Now he has to collect more rings, which means more wives and more powers that these rings have. As the Ring Prince, he has to take on another evil creature, the usual in most of these anime. A sign of affection. A deaf/mute girl falls for the exotic traveler named Itsumi. At first, he's interested in learning sign language because he loves learning different languages. But soon, love blossoms between the two. So I started to rewatch Blue Exorcist Season 1 because it came out in 2011 and Season 3 just started, so I'm rewatching it. So it's about these twin brothers who were abandoned as babies, and their names are Rin, the delinquent, and Yukio, the, good boy. And they were raised by an exorcist, only to find out they're actually the sons of Satan. I know. Dun dun dun. To get revenge, they both strive to become the best exorcists possible. Hokkaido gals are super adorable. This one's become one of my favorite romance/slice of life anime for the season so far. High schooler Tsubasa transfers from Tokyo to Hokkaido. There he falls head over heels for the gal named Fuyuki. Gals are basically slang for the Japanese subculture known as gyryos, which is spelled Gyaru. And gals is a slang version of that, basically. And these girls are seen to have darker skin and blonde hair, and they actually were girly. Besides Fuyuki, Tsubasa also gets to meet other beautiful and interesting girls in this northern part of Japan. Sasaki and Peeps. An older office worker ends up adopting a adorable bird, only for this magical bird to change his life forever. It's literally adventure after adventure for this pair of buddies. Ni Todoke. It's spelled KIMINITODOKE. From me to you. A slow burn romance between the shy girl and the popular boy. The boy's influence makes the girl want to change for the better, like making friends, being more outgoing, to also be more like him. So we have the 2023 reboot of Rurouni Kenshin, which is spelled RUROUNI. Kenshin is spelled KENSHIN. And Rurouni basically means they're wandering samurai. So the story of Rurouni Kenshin is basically about a samurai by the name of Kenshin. So Kenshin wasn't really much of a samurai. He was more of a hired killer for the upper ranks, right? Like 10 years ago. So we're now 10 years later. Kenshin's 28 years old. He wants to basically wants to redeem himself for all the bloodshed that he caused. So this whole series is basically a redemption arc for him. He even carries what we call a reverse blade sword. The blade's on the opposite side, so it's supposed to not really hurt as much or kill, basically. So it's just kind of cool to see this once cold-hearted killer basically show you who he really is. He's a really good guy, you know. It's a good little series. It's still very action-packed, even though he's not really killing anybody. I mean, he's not killing anybody, but it's very action-packed. I used to watch it back in the 90s, so it's cool to see it come back now in 2023. Solo leveling. In this magical world, humans with powers are called hunters. And the main character of this is actually the weakest of all the hunters. It's a real fun action-packed series that goes from 0 to 1,000 really quickly, so if you can't take bloodshed, don't watch this one. Boruto, Naruto Next Generation. This is the next chapter in the Naruto series that actually is right after, well, maybe like 10 to 15 years after Naruto and Shippuden, where Naruto is the Hokage, but the story is mainly told from his son Boruto's point of view. Last but certainly not unleast, we have a newer series which is called Undead Unluck. It gets another world full of supernatural people. You could either be a part of a group called Negators who have powers, but they kill or keep other powered people into check, or be the powers that are hunted. Our two protagonists happen to be the hunted ones. A 2,000-year-old man that cannot be killed, and his code name is Undead. And then you have a 18-year-old girl who gives random misfortunes by touch. The idea of finally dying is what actually brings these two together, because Undead basically figured, hey, if I do stuff with you, you can probably kill me and I can finally die. So that's how the story begins. Well, that's it, folks. That's what I'm currently watching right now. And I hope everyone has a great rest of the week. And have a good one, everybody. Thank you. Bye.